Two shootings at a church and now one at a hospital this morning. Advocates and those who saw it all happen are frustrated. A Friday shooting outside of an East Nashville church, leaving one person dead. Shots fired in Bordeaux during a Saturday funeral for a victim of gun violence. And this morning, shots fired inside the St. Thomas Midtown Hospital. Tennessee Voices for Victims advocate Valerie Craig says this is all overwhelming.
And then, of course, you go to the hospital expecting to be, once again, protected and cared for and to receive news and information that there's somebody there that could cause more damage and harm. It's scary. A scary feeling Pastor Dwayne Lewis felt Saturday. He was initiating the funeral service when two were shot and injured.
Now it just shows that we've got to wake up to this thing of gun violence, and it's true. And that before you pull out your gun to commit any kind of crime, think about the lives of these people that these guns are being pointed at.
Thankfully, no one injured during today's incident at St. Thomas Midtown. Metro Police say a 33-year-old man fired off a gun on the 4th floor of the hospital. That man was arrested. Police say two nurses heard the gunshots. They should be able to go to work. They should be able to complete their shift without being in fear for their own life. And now they have to think about that. Craig says the victims are the ones who go through the emotional work, but explains we have to get down to the root of those committing the crimes. In a statement from St. Thomas Midtown, the hospital thanks Metro Police and explains hospital leaders have visited all departments to provide support.
Store manager told me that they've been dealing with homeless encampments for the past several years, but he says that the camp behind his business has tripled in size over the last year. And he says that the harassment has gotten out of control, so businesses are demanding that something must be done in order to stop this.
They've broken that shed open multiple times to steal the regulators.
Jeremy Torres, manager of Smoke Token, says the crime has gotten out of control. A homeless encampment is right behind his business off of Edmondson Pike in South Nashville.
It's almost like a weekly basis that we're having to call for something, like I said, being a fire set in the back or some kind of vandalism or something with somebody approaching our customers.
Torres says it's cost his business thousands of dollars and several customers. Metro told us last week Brookmead Park off of Charlotte Pike and the Wentworth Caldwell Park encampments, where we were today, are the city's top priorities. The city says they are working on gathering more information on the residents. We emailed Metro today to get an update on when housing will be provided to residents and when the camp will close, but they did not answer our email. But in the meantime, people who live nearby.
It's lethal is the proper adjective. Since the second week in October, people have died in this area. 2 by gunshot, a couple of drug overdoses, one fellow run over by a car just 100 yards from here.
And businesses surrounding the encampment.
There's a group of kids that used to play out there every time, and they're not even safe to go out there. Their parents won't let them go play because of all the stuff that happens right outside the field.
Are concerned for the safety and future of their community in South Nashville.
Metro School Board is now asking for more oversight and communications in order to turn things around for one Metro charter school. Intrepid College Preparatory Charter School facing some scrutiny from Metro School Board members. The school set out a goal in their initial application that at least 75% of all students in class for 2 or more years would score in the proficient or advanced category in reading, language arts during state testing.
And what I could find says it's only 22%. And that just seems to be a really large discrepancy. And so it makes me wonder, are they meeting what a charter school is set out to do? Are they meeting what they themselves set out to do?
J.C. Bowman with Professional Educators of Tennessee says he believes the school's initial application may have gotten the school in and over its head.
I think in their initial application, they were over optimistic, and they probably hoped for more than they chose to put into that. And clearly they didn't meet what they had said they were going to do. I think that school needs to answer that question, why they didn't get there. But I mean, obviously we came into COVID.
Dr. Battle, director of Metro Schools, says she wants to see action from charter schools with more oversight, including more visits with district leaders.